Hello out there. I am Servant. I am Pisces. I've been talking quite a bit on things in my life that have been going on. Well, it's time to switch a few things up a little bit. We'll get a little more structured plan here. When we talk about the precepts, in the Chief Cornerstone, 119 through 176, the precepts of natural law is your life, okay? It's your steps that you go towards every day. Whether you change or whether you stay the same. Whatever the calling is be inside of you, your soul, your discernment. If you get aggravated, give yourself a little time before you jump out there and decide to change models or do whatever you do. To really understand that the discernment part of it is when you're sitting in a crowd and you're kind of drawed to somebody, you kind of draw to some specific thing, maybe a light, maybe a person, maybe a chair. Understand that that is your discernment. Okay, that's what you're trying to understand and figure out. The universe, the whole thing of what God has created, is all for your best interest in any way, shape, fashion, or form. The best interest is He understands that He had to give you precepts, statutes, commandments, okay, for you to understand the part of your discernment in your path, okay? So you go into commandments and you go, oh, I got all these commandments. Well, the precepts were the easy way to come up to your commandments because natural law is the commandments. It comes right down to the statutes in the center. The statutes is your lifeline. That is your path, whether you see it or not. You're reading your precepts. You're honest. You're honest, surrendering responsibility. You represent yourself. You're in this good person energy. Okay, when you receive that good person energy, like I said, help somebody. Help somebody do this, that, or that. That is good person energy. It comes on you. You're going to hit bad person energy. Okay, well, guess what? That's a chunk. That's a chink in your that was given to you to put in your armor. So you understand the protocol. Do not accept what they said because it's not true. You're a child of God. You are made perfect in His image. But understand that you have the free will. Free will, understanding, discernment, things that happen bad. So you take and you digest those. You digest it in a way that you come out and say, oh man, I wish he wouldn't have said that. I wish he wouldn't have. Well, guess what? You're discerning that problem. You just said, when you turn around and said thank you very much, or I'm sorry that you're in the way you are, your mood, have a good day. You just got to understand, you just stole all of that energy that they put out there and you put it on yourself right in your pocket as your gift. They reap the judgment. It's like a circle. This person gathers up all of this judgment, okay? Well, when it's gathered up, it's still stuck in their head. And they're trying to be a bad person to try to get rid of it. Well, they can't get rid of it because they've done so many people away. They have. Their gifts are not there anymore. So they have to steal their gifts by making somebody else feel bad. Okay? So all you do is you throw a nice word. That cut all that off. Your energy was just heaped on you from what they gave you. So they thought that they stuck you. Well, they didn't. That's the part of understanding the passion of loving everybody. in everything, in your heart being open. You got to take the punishment. It's going to come. No matter what you do, it's going to come. Somebody yell at you across the street. Somebody do this. Somebody that. Understand? Thank you very much. And guess what? You just heap that blessing on you because you were staying in alignment with natural law, God's way. He loves you more than you can imagine. Jesus, all you have to do is call for Jesus. Call him. The immediate progress is sent to the Father. And you're understanding that you did something. You called upon the Lord. He's not going to leave you high and dry. You angry in a situation is just going to prolong the blessing that he wants to give you. Or being stuck in the situation and you getting upset, and it's just going to leave you stuck in the situation. You got to understand, you got to open your heart. Ask for forgiveness. Jesus, I need help. I need you. Goes to the Father. Here comes angels. These angels are here. Let me tell you something. There's no creature in the realm that is worse than an angel. Because the angel does not have discernment. He has an order package. When he looks at that problem, he's going to destroy the problem. He will fix it the way God told him to do it. So don't think that he's like us, because he's not. He is on the other side. I don't want to be there with him, because he's going to rip a hole in it. But understand that under your precepts, you run down through there, your discipline, submission, service, compassion. Okay? And like I said, this is just 10. If you run down this every morning when you get up, this is who I am. This is who I'm going to be. This is what I'm going to be. The truth is the most powerful weapon you got. Because there's no weapon forged against you. It's when you're standing in truth. You can't beat truth. It makes no difference how many different issues that have come up to, well, they're going to do this, they're going to do that. Let me tell you something. You stand in obedience to the truth. There's nothing they can do to you. But you have to be willing to die for it. It's the truth. And it's the whole truth. You've been given a gift of truth. And it is so tremendous. It fights off evil like you can't even imagine. Stand in your truth. Never be scared of it. Because, well, they're not going to believe this. They're not going to tell that truth. Because guess what? God heard it. Jesus heard it. And they live in the truth. The truth comes out. Okay? I know you hear about all these bad things, these people being blackmailed, this, that, and the other. As long as you stand in that truth, you stand on his precepts, you open your heart and love the Lord, do what you can to help everybody else, and guess what? You'll have a light that turns on inside you that everybody can't stand, but you're standing in truth. That's the reason why people, narcissists, bad, ugly people, they can't stand your truth. So understand that. Stay in your precepts. Understand your commandments. Understand the statutes that comes along with this. The statutes, or just, let's go to the commandments. Directives, landmarks, instructional, not forced. You don't have to force a commandment. It's already in force itself. You say, I shall not kill. Well, that's pretty straightforward to say. Yep, I'm going to obey that one for sure. Well, it's straightforward. You take the instruction of it. So you come right over to your statutes and you're bringing these together to understand, you know, declare, command, prohibit, something, just something. God's law, ritual law, natural law, civic, guidance. It's a guidance to your heart. All of these are guidance to your heart. All this is just a love teaching. It teaches you to understand that God is putting this to you to understand that we help everybody, we get gifts. We obey, we get gifts. We have statutes that we live by out here. We get gifts. The Matrix law is a whole different universe in itself. The people, you, are the collective of God. You are His children. You are given these gifts, okay? The gifts can be in many fashions. Could be money, could be a person, falling in love, could be understanding the situation you're in before it even happens. Intuition, the abilities to understand that this guy over here, you understand his energy. And it just keeps opening up. The timelines. The timelines you go through, sometimes you really don't understand. You just step through another timeline. But you got more wisdom. And you go, how do I know that? I shouldn't even have any understanding of that. Well, it's a gift. These gifts are unlimited. You ask for blessings and gifts and wisdom and knowledge, and you stand on these, the chief cornerstone. You stand on that. You stand on Jesus. And it comes down to you. And then all these blessings and gifts are just starting to, whoa. Well, I just had a thought I need to call my daughter. I just have a thought I need to call my mom. And guess what they say? I was just thinking about you. I need some help over here. Look, it is that simple. It happens constantly out of nowhere. And I'm just saying that God has heaped me with all these blessings and gifts. I see things that nobody normally should see. I see the cracks. I see the crevices. I see into people, out of people, what the realm is, what the other side of the veil is, the understanding of the universe, the timelines, the natural law, the understanding of love. Look, if there's only two things that I can think of, two weapons that are out there that is as big as anything in the world. That's love and truth. Once you have those two things, look, you can move universes. It's just like, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can move a mountain. Okay? And it is true. So on your walk down this path, it comes to you as natural as drinking water. Takes time. Takes dedication. But I'm telling you right now that Jesus is right there. God is right there. I'm right there. I'm building a web page now. And maybe I'll have it done within the next week or two. But I'm going to start trying to do some more one-on-one stuff. But I want you to really realize that you can't imagine how loved you are. And in the situations that you're in, and in the situations you need to get out of, the situation, as you follow this, just understand no flesh, no free will, just obedience. And it's not that hard to be obedient. I mean, I know that you want to be drugged this way and drugged that way, this and on the path. There's things that people are sucked up into, drugs, alcoholism, lust, all these things that we know are personally bad. But we're just trying. There's people out there just trying to feel something, and that's what the point of love is. That's what the point of truth is. Can't battle the truth, and you sure can't battle love. So you do things out of love. Hey, ain't nothing can touch you. So I will start reading some of the stuff of the precepts. We're past the precepts and going into the cornerstone. Just remember that you are truly, truly loved above all. You are God's creation. He has given you the tools. If you will stay on your tools, it's like a mechanic without tools. He's not worth anything. I mean, he can look at it and he can tell you exactly how to do it all. But if he doesn't have tools, he can't help. So tools are tools. Blessed are the undefiled in the way of who walk in the law of the Lord. There you go. That's your natural law. You're walking in the natural law. As you press forward into everything you're doing, it's natural law because that's you and God, okay? And He has set that up for you to keep on going. Blessed are they that keep His testimonies. Testimonies are the things that you know, past, present, and history, to understand that He had done this, He had done that, Jesus has done this, Jesus has done that. God and Moses, He had did this. The golden idol that they made. The reason why they were stuck for 40 years, walking around like a wildebeest with a blowfly up their nose. Ain't good. Yeah. And seek Him with the whole heart. And I'm telling you, opening your heart. Open that heart. And love. Because when you seek, you receive. You can seek every day and you receive and you receive and you receive, and all of a sudden, wow, I understand that. They also do no iniquity. Precepts, walking in natural law, kind of takes you away from the iniquity part. You're going to look left and you're going to look right. Everybody does. But just remember, you didn't go do it. You might have done the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 second rule, But you pulled back and you went on. Okay, and you dumped that on the ground. It wasn't you. I rebuke that's not me. They walk in His ways. Thou hast commanded us to keep the precepts diligently. Look, the natural part of the precepts going forward is the point that the commandments, okay, are right here. So your precepts are running straight over into the commandments because you already know the commandments. You really do. So you're running that way. And then all of a sudden, you're walking in the statutes. Okay? So focus on your precepts. You already have the commandments. You see it flooding into your statutes. Your statutes are executions in your day. That's your precepts. Your execution every day. That's what you do. You walk forward in God. God is right there. God is every step. Everything that you're doing, He sees it. The universe has got energy that is being fed to the Father And he knows every little move you make, every little gesture that's out of pocket, every little thing that goes on. He is connected to you 100%. That's why I say you don't have to worry about nothing. Okay? Like I said, what is death? Everybody fears it. Why? Because you're missing this planet. You're missing the things that are going on that you think is inside him. I fall back to neutrons, protons, electrons, because that's the way I see things. I break it all the way down to as far as I can go. If you could actually see the walls, everything else, that's what you would see. And they call it a matrix. Well, everybody's watched the Matrix. It's similar to that. It's all your energy, all your thought pattern. And when you line up and you put it in your head, hey, I'm tenacious, I'm 10 foot tall and bulletproof, you can't stop me no matter what you do. That's natural law. That is God heaping blessings on you and keeping you happy and keeping you in favor of every gift that he can give you. Okay? Walk forward. When you stop, that gets stagnant. Cooking dinner, sweeping the floor, cleaning the shop, changing oil, whatever you have to do, that's moving you forward because you're thinking ahead of changing the water filter. You're moving along changing the trash can. That is all natural law because that's your given. That's what you're given. That's all your tasks in the day. So do as much as you can. Not to say go out there and kill yourself trying to do everything, but, work with it. Work with God. I mean, he's there. And that my ways are directed to keep thy statutes. Okay? That my ways, okay? His ways, God's ways, were directed to keep thy statutes. Okay? Remember, you're in your petition. Okay? You're just walking straight forward, keeping it all in your precepts, and he's bringing the statutes around to you. So you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're walking that path that you're on. Like I said, the precepts. You're studying the precepts, and precepts can go into a million things. What was it? It's the understanding that you're putting nail polish on. Okay. I don't wear nail polish, just to be safe. But you clean your nails first before you put polish on. Or you remove the polish that you have on there and you put new polish on. Okay? That is an aspect of a precept. Okay? Understanding that the truth of what you're doing is all connected to the path. Everything in natural law. It makes it sound like it's bigger than what it is. It's not, because once you start understanding it, you can say, okay, hand me the bleach. I got to clean the counter. Okay? It's as simple as that. It's just everything that's in every day. Then shall I not be ashamed when I have respect unto all thy commandments. Okay, you're walking in your precepts, you're following the natural law, and then your commandments are coming right on in there. That means that you walked out there and you seen something you shouldn't seen, or you say something you shouldn't say. Well, that's on you. That's your free will that wants to do something completely different. Be happy with yourself. Be happy at what you say and what you do in every day. Love everybody. Take care of everybody in any way, shape, fashion, or form. Because these gifts are really important. you can't really imagine how important they are, because you open up and you feel the universe, okay? You feel God. You feel your purpose. You feel all these things. When I was an iron worker, I was a connector up in Minneapolis. We was working TGNY, I think, TGNY Tower. You're up there skirting around the iron, they're flying iron until you're putting it in. There's nothing as free as being up there by yourself, doing these jobs, and your mind is just free. That's the love of God. Your mind is just free. You're free floating like an eagle. And it feels so good. It really does, because you're mastering your mind. You're mastering the universe. You're mastering the precepts. You're mastering the commandments. You're mastering the statutes. It takes time to just understand you're mastering all these things. And it plays in everyday life. You understand what, when I seen McKeslick. What's McKeslick? I cannot remember his name. But it was a show that I seen where he was teaching the young man not to pick the flower, because the flower was used for a purpose. It was either a purpose of beauty or a purpose of health or whatever it was. He picked the flower anyways because his dad didn't catch him quick enough. Well, he picked the flower, and okay, it was good. We understood that we wasn't supposed to take it, except what we are supposed to have. And then he walked away and he turned around and the flower grew back. Well, that's what your life's about. The replacement of all these sad things, all these bad things. It's time to replace it all. That's exactly what we're doing. We're loving each other. We're punching the soul. We're walking out here, and we're taking care of each other. The matrix can take care of itself, okay? The people have to take care of their own business. So understand, all that stuff that they try to push on you, it's not you, okay? You are a child of God, not of this world. You have to really realize that. I will praise thee with uprightness of my heart, when I shall have learned thy righteous judgments. Okay? There's the point. The point of love, casting love, bringing gifts home, and enjoying your life. You don't have judgments. The judgments are the things that we done wrong, no matter what it would be. We said something wrong, we did something wrong, and we didn't fall back into repentance. I mean, not repentance, but to rebuke what we said. Anything that you say that's under your voice, oh, I rebuke that, Father, that's not me. You got that judgment removed immediately. I will keep thy statutes, oh, forsake me not utterly. Okay? The thing about it is that these people out here doing all these bad things, they're forsaken. Okay, they're forsaken. God won't help them. God can't do nothing but help them through judgment. Judgment is the hardship of understanding that their hearts are tore out. God puts those on there for him to learn injustice. Now, judgment and justice, two different things. Okay? The judgment part of it is will you live through it? Okay, it pours on you as you go. Justice is the end of it. Okay? So you call judgment, just be careful when you say, God, I need judgment on these people. You got to remember, that's you calling judgment. That's not God. You ask God for help. You ask Jesus for help. but you don't use judgment, okay? You look, you say, God, I just need your help. These people are, on me, on me, on me. I've been doing this for 6 months. I'm almost a year. And he has turned it around, and sweet justice is here. Their whole lives are falling apart. Everybody that was connected to them was falling apart. This is the 17th. This is the last day of my deal that I've been going through. So I'm happy and I'm pushing forward. Like I said, I'm going to create a web page. I'm going to start doing individual interviews. I don't know how that works over this phone. I have my grandson helping me. Or my, yeah. But I just want to tell you you're loved. The alpha part of this from 119, there's 8 of the first part of alpha in the cornerstone, okay? Jesus Christ, the cornerstone. These are God's commandments. Jesus knew them in himself as being God himself. So understand that all these things are gifted to you. These are gifts, and they are a ton of gifts. I receive in every way, shape, fashion, and form every day. It might not be money. It might be a dinner. It might be whatever it is. Kings, when you got dinner at home and your wife had cooked it, that's a gift from God. Okay? Understand that you got a queen that cooked that. But she also understands the precepts. She also understands natural law. Because it's not, I got to go in there and do this, or got to go in there and do that for this old boy so I can keep the lights on. No, it's not that. It's actually the precepts working in your favor because you're obedient. You're obedient to him. I wish y'all could see what was inside of me. How things are so different. But anyways, I love you guys. I really do. I'm punching this out there because I want you to understand what I see. And these are gifts from God. There's no other way. There's no other way of saying it, giving it, taking it, or whatever. Jesus is coming back. We're winning souls. Every time I talk, I know I'm winning souls. The evil out there that's come against me, they're even saying things online about me. Look, what did I tell you about blessings and gifts? Can you imagine what I'm going to have? Hey, keep it up, Buttercup. I'll take as much as you got. Because I am a strong-willed person. And I will push through. And I'll take it all. Because I told Jesus, yes, this is what I wanted. And I told God, hey, heap me all the blessings and gifts you want to give on me. Give me all the wisdom and knowledge I can stand. And he did it. So I'm here with you guys, telling you I love you. Open your heart, help everybody you can. Just be a loving person. And guess what? You're going to see your life get so much better. People won't be able to stand you either. So, I love you. And just keep pushing on. Just keep yourself going. God loves you. And he's handling it. And he'll do you the best. Have the best. Be the best. Be with the best. And that is a true gift of love. So I am Servant. I am Pisces. Y'all have a good day.